All right, on the Ropes Report Live, I'm with my man Andrew Council, Triple Threat. We're going to talk about Trayvon, got his upcoming fight December 25th on Christmas up in Jersey. Fourth fight on TV, man. How did that all come about?
The fight came about, Trayvon actually signed with a good company, PMG, so it's all about the connections.
You know, just thinking about that with connections and the will. I want to go back to, remember this conversation you had when Jaleel and Iceman and Young Malik had a camp out there in Fredericksburg?
Yeah.
Talk about that conversation that day.
Well, that conversation that day was more about letting them know that, man, you really only going to get out of it what you put into it. Keeping your team right, keeping your team tight, staying true to who you are. Then I'm trying to remember the whole conversation that day. I know it was a lot of us there, but it was mainly about just keeping your team right, staying true to who you are.
And your will, because remember you talked about you didn't have to have 100 amateur fights.
Oh, yeah.
That conversation.
Okay. Well, I basically was saying, like, the boxing game has changed a little bit right now. It's just my belief that you don't have to have 100, 200, 300 fights and stuff like that. You can get the same type of experience by sparring a lot of the top people in the area. As you know, Trayvon only had 62 fights. Didn't even win the national. But right now, he's one of the hottest young prospects right now. Just because he's sparring all the top guys. He's getting that good work from him. He's getting that good work with a lot of the top up-and-coming prospects right now. And you get the same type of experience by sparring a lot of the top guys.
You know, it's funny. I saw this quote one time. They was talking about that, man. It's about in order to run with the wolves, man, you can't be fighting pups to get ready for wolves. In other words, like you said, you have to spar the best competition available, man. That in order to get better, that you don't have to have 100 amateur fights. And look what Trey is doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, we get a lot of good spawn. I done put him in there with like a lot of the top. I put him in there with a lot of the top guys right now, and that's a great way to get the experience.
I want to go back with some. I had saw something on Jim Lampley talking about B-Hop. What was that experience like getting in the ring with him?
But Bernard, the experience I had with Bernard was a great experience. Of course, I didn't win that fight, but just going through that, it helped me out later on in life because everything you go through in life educates you. Like, I learned a lot from that fight, knowing that you can't fight with your emotions. You have to stay calm and collect all through the 12 rounds. So it was a learning experience.
Yeah, because one of the things in them quotes was Jim Lampley was talking about not being bored but being made with it. Like, you got to have that will to want to be better and to better at the craft. And he was talking about learning from that loss he had early on with Roy Jones, but coming back years later and dominating on that. So
that's the same way I looked at it. I looked at that fight as a learning experience, meaning that you take them losses and you got to look in the mirror and reevaluate yourself and say, okay, this is where I went wrong there. And don't take it personal because it's a business. And take it and come back and just learn from it.
Now, do you find a lot of traders coming to you asking about how did you get Trey on TV like that so fast?
Man, I got all the top trainers right now asking me how to get them on TV, what's your advice about this fighter and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot going on right now.
How's the relationship working with the PBC so far?
The relationship with the PBP people is great right now. Trey got a good relationship with them. They keeping them busy. They actually love him, so I ain't really got to do too much. Just wait on the call, to be honest.
Now, I see he's staying very active, man. After the fight on December 25th, how soon would he be back in the ring after that?
Hopefully we can go right back in January. But like I said, I wait for them to give me the call. And they give me a call and they just say, look, we're going to, here's your date. They ask me, like, is he ready for 4 rounds or 6 rounds? And I let them know, like, this fight right here, this will be his first 6-round fight right here.
No, just being involved with the amateur boxing scene, what's your thoughts on how you see things going right now as far as amateur boxing and the things they're doing right now?
Well, the amateur boxing scene, they're doing a lot of great things right now. I just hope they keep on doing the things that they're doing because it's an opportunity for a lot of kids to get fights and stuff and travel and things of that nature.
To your knowledge, do you think he'll ever get back? Will ever be in this area like a nationals and everything? I remember I was talking to I think it was Mike Campbell about it, talking about how it was too, the expense of trying to put something like that in this area as compared to down south where it's a lot cheaper.
I don't think we're gonna have no nationals here. I think it is cheaper out of town because our tax laws right now, for us on the hotels and stuff like that. So I think that would probably be the only reason that we won't be able to get a nationals right here.
Okay. Now, just as far as talking about the amateur boxing in our area, do you feel? Because I always ask, man. Do you feel the camaraderie is there with all the top talent we got in this area? I know that's a loaded question, man, because we already know. We already talked.
I don't. Right now, I don't think we together right now. But I think that if we all come together, I really think that we will be able to dominate this sport. Like when I look at states like Ohio and stuff like that, they on fire right now because they stick together. They fighting all the time. We don't have enough shows here to try to compete for a lot of states like that. But what we do have is a lot of sparring going on with the top fighters. And that's how we maintain and that's how we stay on top.
You're 100% correct, because I know you and Coach Darryl always do that, like those invites, and I'll get the call, like, hey, look, man, it's about to be a whole lot of good sparring over here today. It's like an all-day event with some of the top smart, actually, like people coming down from Pennsylvania, Philly, New York, just to get that good work.
I kind of keep my kids spawn a lot of top guys. I do a little posting here and there, but I keep them in the mix with a lot of top guys. I might shoot up to Philly a lot. I shoot up to Ohio a lot just to get them work with top guys, getting them different looks and stuff like that.
With Trey being around the PBC family and things of that nature, what have they been saying about him? Are they excited about what they see so far out of him?
Yeah, they talking good about him. They like what he's doing. They keep saying the sky's the limit. We're gonna keep him busy. And like I said, I just sit back and wait for the call, say yes or no, as far as like the date of the fight and stuff like that. But I don't have no complaints. And
Trey fights right now at 54.
54, but we going down to 47. So this fight right here is scheduled for 150, give or take 52.
Okay. With that being said, going down to the 47, how was it his comfortability of making that weight?
His last fight, I think he came at 150. So the weight is
no problem.
He make the weight easy. We actually make that weight ahead of time. We don't make it the last minute. We make it like 2 weeks ahead of time, see how he feels. That way you'll know going into the fight. You don't want to be guessing how he feels. So we make that weight, put it back on, then we drop back down again. So weight, don't have no problem.
What was the deciding factor to actually drop down to the 147?
Al Heyman.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he wanted us to fight at 47. And I said, cool. He said he had plans for him at that weight.
You know what? That's a good look, because thinking about it, the 47s are part of PBC now. Yeah. Pretty soon they're going to be out the door, and then you got a whole new class coming there. So you never know.
Yeah, PBC have a lot of nice young prospects right now at 47 too. So he already know. He can see the future, who's going to be there. So we just waiting on our calls.
Among those top prospects at the 147, who would you say that is right now?
Right now?
Yeah, right now?
Gerard Ennis.
Boots.
Yeah, he's a little different. He's special. Yeah, he's special.
Now, have you taken Trey up there to get work with Boots?
No, we haven't worked with Boots. Actually, we was going to go up there and work with Danny Garcia next week, but Danny went to camp with, what's his name, Folsom?
Oh, Folsom, okay, yeah.
So his father went with him, so we was unable to go get to work.
Oh, wow, so you was going to get to work with Danny.
Get to work with Danny. Like I said, I've been putting Trey in there with a lot of the top guys, so he's getting that type of experience and that type of guys. And also, he get a lot of good work from Mikey Fox and Alantez Fox too.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, he's been getting a lot of good work, man. And right now, man, you've been doing the damn thing with Trey. And what's some of the things that you want to work on as far as sharpening the tools, man?
Teach them how to stay more calm and collect under fire. Working on his inside game, because everybody knows Trey not a move. Trey got a good right uppercut. Trey got a good jab. Just working on things like learn how to stay calm under fire, stand in the pocket, and working on his hook because he pretty much got everything else.
Now, how things going with Dave?
Oh man, I can't. Dave right now, David Whitmire, the body snatcher, is going to be a problem. Right now, he's getting good work. He's spawned Trey. He's spawned a lot of elite guys.
Now, will he be participating at the Nationals this year?
Yeah, he's going to the Nationals. He's going at 147 at the National, at the youth division. So that's why I've been putting him in there with bigger guys, the pros, the elite guys, and stuff like that. And he's been holding his own
Well, that's
with everybody.
That's what's up, man. I truly appreciate your time today, Coach.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate you.
There you have it. Add you counsel. Triple that. We out.